black and white pimp from my head to my feet. People stop and stare, I feel their eyes on me, thinking how they get their hands on my Streets by 50. They all just jelly of my imperial style and all the bitches I acquire just by walking a mile, but I don't blame them. I'd be jelly too if I had to look at me and I was forced to be you. I know you're thinking, how can I turn this around, be an imperial instead of being a clown? You want to come at me? You want to take what's mine? Can't in this helmet, but I hear you just fine. That's it, it's over now. But I can see why you tried. Your music would have been great with these, except that you died. They got pro tuning and perfect bass too. So good effort, but better luck next time, fool.
What the hell did I just watch? No. All of that was complete rubbish. I think Brandon actually put it best when he first tried these headphones on and said to me, wow, these are kind of like what I'd expect premium airplane headphones to sound like. Yeah, in spite of costing $125 for vanilla ones and a whopping $180 for these Star Wars ones, they're that bad. Welcome to my review of the Star Wars First Edition Street by 50 on-ear headphones by SMS Audio. This is going to be a good one. Cooler Master V-Series semi-modular power supplies feature 80+ gold efficiency and their gold guarantee 5-year warranty. Click now to learn more. So first up is the packaging. This magnetic box is really nice. It probably costs about as much to make as the headphones themselves. Inside, you get some stickers, a certificate of gullibility, a certificate of authenticity. You get a creased Star Wars poster, a cleaning cloth that you can use to dry your tears when you realize how much money you just wasted, and finally, a hard carrying case for taking out your anger as you progress through the various stages of grief. I mean, let's kick off the physical tour here. If the ear cups had no swivel and no tilt at all, I might have been able to excuse it as like, oh, they must have forgotten that not everyone's ears are in exactly the same place on their head. But this is just pathetic. You get what? 5 to 10 degrees either way for tilt and no swivel at all without wrenching on the headband? I mean, it's a shame, because if the Street by 50 on-ears had actually managed to sit on my ears right at all, they may actually have been passably comfortable thanks to their reasonably soft ear pads and their headband pad, which is appropriately thick considering the feather-light plastic construction of the headphones. As for the rest of the physical tour, they've got a detachable tangle-resistant cable that includes an inline microphone and terminates with a right-angle 4-pole connector at the device end, a pleasing soft touch and glossy plastic ID that is accented by your choice of Star Wars-themed symbols. I chose the striking red Imperial logos that appear to be made out of the same plastic as Happy Meal toys. And finally, a fairly well-constructed metal hinge on each side that allows them to be folded, then unfolded, with a satisfying snap noise. It's just too bad that that's the only satisfying sound these headphones will make. I did my usual listening tests on an Objective 2 as well as an HTC One M8, so top 40 music, but this time I mixed things up with some older rap that I find somewhat tolerable, like Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise, to see if different genres of music might bring out some hidden positive quality of this product. They didn't. The Streets by 50's performance in my listening tests was abominable. Low-end performance is the one place where I expected them to do reasonably well, and they couldn't even do that. Bass is loose, muddy, and uncontrolled without even managing to rock my skull like the Skull Candy Aviators, which are available for less than half as much, and the Beats by Dre solos that I obtained for comparison. Highs are equally weak, with the Streets by 50's delivering less clarity in every possible music track than every other headphone that I tested them against. It's like someone hung up a quilt between me and my speakers when I was trying to listen to music. And finally, mids are a total mess compared to the other headphones I tested too. I couldn't find a single vocalist that sounded better on Streets than any of the other headphones, with one exception, and I actually don't know how much newer generation products have improved, but the original Beats solos were actually even worse in this regard. And then moving on past the listening tests, the pain train keeps on rolling. What is passive noise cancellation? Did SMS invent a new way of blocking sound waves to go along with their invented word here? Quiescent? What the hell is that? You've either got active noise cancellation, like Bose's QC15s, where new sounds are generated by the driver to cancel out unwanted sounds surrounding the listener, or you've got passive noise isolation, which is just thick foam, a closed-back design, and a good seal against the ear to muffle the sound of your friends telling you that you got fleeced. The worst part of all this is that while these do feature a closed-back design, they don't seal well against my ears, which appears to be a fairly common issue, so they effectively do almost nothing about ambient noise. One quality that some folks might find redeeming is that out of all the headphones I tested, these were the easiest for my phone's built-in amp to drive. So to listen to music at a similar volume compared to Sennheiser Momentum on-ears, I had to turn my phone down quite a few notches. It's just too bad that they sound even worse than usual when you crank them up. Which brings us to conclusion time, I guess. If you don't feel like sitting through another minute of me making fun of what is in the running to be one of the worst products I've ever reviewed, then at least listen to this. If you have $150 to $200-ish to spend on stylish, durable, lightweight, on-ear headphones that sound fantastic, get the Sennheiser Momentum on-ears. If comfort is priority number one, the Skullcandy Aviators sound good for the price and look great and are extremely comfortable. All right, so back to hating on the streets. I wonder where they got that name from. Wait, streets. It rhymes with beats. Rappers are pretty good at that rhyming stuff, aren't they? It's just too bad they still don't know anything about building headphones. Frankly, I don't know who should be more embarrassed at this point. Disney, for allowing the Star Wars brand to be put on the... Actually, wait, probably not. There's been some pretty terrible official Star Wars merchandise over the years. Maybe it's SMS Audio for building this appallingly bad product? What about Curtis 50 Cent Jackson III? It really made me wonder. Is he really tasteless enough to think these are good? Or is he just trolling us again, like with that first pitch at the Mets game in May? I mean, is he legitimately tone deaf? Or is he just somewhere rolling around in his piles of money laughing at us as we continue to let him and other celebrities hypnotically compel us to buy junk with their printed signatures on them? The answer to those questions is a definite maybe. I guess there's one positive takeaway here though. The product is great news for people who gravitate towards knockoffs, since not only would a Chinese rip-off pair of Streets by 50 be less expensive, they might sound better too, because I really don't think these could have been much worse if they tried. Guys, thanks for watching. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, leave a comment letting me know what do you think of Streets and Beats and Heats, and yeah, LeBron James needs like his own headphones. Mind you, he's going back to Cleveland anyway, isn't he? So maybe that's not that relevant. Anyway, guys, there's a link in the video description to support us. You can give us a monthly contribution. You can buy a cool t-shirt with Linus Tech Tips on the back of it. Speaking of endorse, at least I don't sign them. And finally, you can change your Amazon bookmark to one with our affiliate code, so we get a small kickback whenever you buy headphones or whatever else it is that you buy. Thanks again for watching, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. And I'm very sorry for that rap at the beginning. Walk of shame.